Super Saturday. It's the first of the month. It's a birthday too, y'all. So shout out to my sister, my another mother, way down in Mississippi. It's her birthday today. It's a birthday month. It's the first of the month. We way over there, you guys, in Philly today. I have my brother, Mr. Quincy, in the house, you guys. He is a street lawyer from Philly. He is a man that is out here with a plan to help us stress relief. Anything that can help you stress relief keeps you what? In a better smile, in a better perspective. Most definitely where he's standing at in a better perspective. So you can go outside and breathe a little bit. How you vibe? Feeling over there today, brother?
Heavy. You hear me? First time in this park, but heavy. Different environment for the people, by the people.
That heavy, like embracing, yeah, that all that. Right. That's why I'm smiling. Like this is a great way to say good morning.
That's right. Get money. That's right. Charles Green. Charles Green. That's right. Get money. That's right. That's right.
Say
That's
like Big
right.
Mama, get some money.
That's
Get
right.
my add some T's to it.
That's right. See that?
That's a super Saturday. That's a beautiful way to embrace yourself for the day. That's a beautiful
Right.
way to
Mm-hmm.
receive. We talk about releasing, but what it looks like when you go touch the tree since you right there, go put your hand on it.
You better know this you ain't like 75 years old. You hear me?
There we go. There we go.
Yeah,
Hey!
this you like 75 years old right here. That's right. This you like 75 years old right here, man. I ain't
That's a,
lying.
that's a lot of knowledge and
Yeah.
wisdom and growth and elevation through with nature is the proper nutrients that your body needs daily. We
Mm-hmm.
go food and we go consume everything, but what really needs consuming.
Right. That part.
This is why we out here stressed out. Hold up, stressed out. Look at it just behind you right now. I'm used to you seeing him suited
No.
and booted
In the office, it's too
in
hot.
the office. I'm seeing him other than right here with a tee on, muscles flexing, out there getting a little sweat on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is not where I see the street lawyer, y'all. I see him here. Key, what's up? Okay, I got about 15 minutes. We're going to chop real quick. And I'm just like, why you rushing me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How is it there for you in Philly now? I know a lot been going on, and we got
Well,
folks here trying to take a brother out.
I'm fighting a gun case now. I'm fighting a gun case myself right now. You understand? My gun case myself on the driver of a vehicle, which they pulled me over illegally. So right now the motion to suppress evidence on record right now for me to beat my case anytime. That's what I'm waiting on right now. Yeah, the injustice system is crazy in my city when it comes to red light camera tickets, especially not long point a passenger or driver out of vehicle. They're charging with a crime illegally, and that's what I'm doing right now.
So is that illegal for you to have a whole camera system like that and then just be popping out and then be popping up in people's houses? Well, for me, I know in my world it's illegal for you to do anything to me that's unconstitutional, that's about to have me pissed off.
Hmm. Yeah,
I'm saying you harming me if I feel threatened because
yeah,
you doing, are we running surveillance? Why are you running surveillance? And then don't think somebody understand them words. Quit playing with the brother.
right. That part under in the municipal court under subsection 3571 in the municipal court level and on the common pleas court level in Philadelphia and all Commonwealth states, Kentucky, Virginia, and Boston, Massachusetts, they cannot send you a citation to you because they say you violated a red light camera ticket, speeding ticket, etc. Because you wouldn't serve with the summons and complaint. Remember, the summons and complaint come together; they cannot be separated. So without the
Mhm.
summons and complaint coming together, to put a citation on you, say you violated something. That's how I'm figuring they behind illegal.
Right.
All they
Would you say I told you I was prepared for you. Why you saying?
Let's get it. Let's
He's
get
like,
it.
I already know you ain't like that. The questions I'm asking are my questions. I'll have some other questions, but
Right.
my question dealing with certain things. Wouldn't you say that that's the actual scare tactic? Because this, like I said, we don't understand what scare tactic look like. That
It's
have
called
you?
fear.
It's called what?
It's called fear, not
Fear.
scare tactic. Yeah.
Well, I was being nice a little bit. You know, I know it's called fear, but it's a tactic to what you're doing. It's some type of structure to that. If you want to push fear, when fear ain't of nobody, God didn't give nobody the spirit of fear. They power, love, and sound mind. So it's some type of mathematical method, madness going on the other side before you push fear. You got to push that tactic to me.
Right. And that's what the justice system do. The justice system do. They cause fear to the people because the people don't have no knowledge of the law. Okay, so when you don't have no knowledge of the law, you fearful. It's like you're shaking in the courtroom. Like I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to expect because you don't know the language. So being as though you're around somebody, when you with somebody that know the language of the courts, you understand throughout the whole country. Because I do everything throughout the whole country, not just here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Do everything throughout the whole country. So when you don't come with somebody who know how to handle things when it comes to that fear stuff against the justice system, let's get it.
So do
Let's
you
get it.
think? I think we need to ask more people. That's just me. We need to really come out of this fear factor and go
Yeah.
back in. Grandma said, close mouth, don't
Don't
get
get
fed.
sick. That's right. That's right. That's right.
You know, it's okay that you don't know, and it's not okay for you to get mad because you didn't know. It's
Right.
okay.
Right.
I think for me, that's one of the challenges that I can say just over the last year, because I met you last year. And what challenges to say do I see from where I live at? Because you have to understand, laws are different in each state. The Constitution override any in any state. The Constitution is for everybody. But the law in Portland, Oregon is not going to be the same law in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, because it's two different states.
Not just that. Not just that. Remember, it's also jurisdiction and the statutes other jurisdiction would make it different.
Yes.
Okay? Jurisdiction is the first thing. To the statutes behind that.
And that's just like with when the popo is coming with behind you or whatever, and you realize they'll veer somewhere else and go a different way, they've crossed jurisdiction. You ain't the state trooper. You can't go everywhere. Right. The police can only go so far. See, this is why I said, hey, I wanted to have the conversation that me and my street lawyer, my friend Q here today. You guys, thank you all for being here. Those who are here, thank you for watching later, for being here. It's important because we need to know that the laws of the city, the laws of the state, and the federal laws are all different from what Quincy does. Quincy uses the Constitution. How important, how valuable, which we know, but I wanted you to express that because when I met Quincy, he literally, like I said, he had long been home. Okay? He had long been home, and the only thing I knew was he's out here wanting to help people so that you don't have to be blinded from the laws when you have the Constitution, which is for the people, by the people, to help the people. Correct?
That part. That's right.
How is it that you had yourself in somebody's prison system, and what clicked within you that said, I need to serve myself, but I got to serve people first before I serve myself? And that's how you broke it down to me, was key. No, I served them two people first
before I serve myself. That's right. If I got to quit it, before I got to quit it, I had to help the other people to show that determination of what I know how to do to help them get out their situation to get back to their families. Okay, especially to the babies. That part. So I had to help them to show that I know what I'm doing. 3.5 years. 3.5 years. Incarcerated on a crime you didn't commit. You understand? So I had to show the people first that's incarcerated with me of how I could beat their cases, so I could take care of my family. That's how I started getting money to take care of my family while I was inside the institution. Okay, I started taking care of my family to beat cases, take care of my family. So now my children are okay. Now I can go continue to go and advertise myself, promote myself to become a better civilian for the people as a street lawyer, because I'm definitely not a civilian. It's not like that in a literal term, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not a civilian lawyer. I ain't lying to you. But anyway, I help the people I started being cases while I was incarcerated to help the people get back to the street to their families so they can see that I'm determined to help them and anybody else upon helping myself to get acquitted. I've been on the streets 6 years now. Thank God.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes,
Hmm.
yes. Look, and I do that because we see so many of our peoples, right?
Hmm.
And we are in a struggle or a survival mode or in this stagnation, right?
Hmm.
How is it that the systematic issues like poverty, crime, and discrimination impact us so much, right? That our lives in the community be so dysfunctional to where how do you even get past any of that? Like, how do you get to the point where that person is not saying, "Oh, bruh, you ain't for real," to where they really are hearing you and comprehending what you put down?
Because I get past that because not long being on the streets, and not having those that support you, that are supposed to support you, that watching me beat cases while I was incarcerated to get to the streets to do what I'm doing out here 6 years later. Um, is a lot. Is a lot. Is a lot of um. There's a lot of negligence on the people part that I assisted, but at the same time, except at the same time, I keep pushing with a determination to let the people know that I'm not in the streets to commit no crimes. I'm right now I'm fighting a gun case, my gun case right now in the city of Philadelphia because they did. I was driving a vehicle, pulled me over illegally. I got the camera footage, all that to show that I never committed the crime, run a red light or driving reckless. I got the cameras and all. I get that to myself, so they can't say that I committed a crime. So I got all that myself, and the lawyers that they give me show that I didn't commit no crime. So now a motion to dismiss, no, excuse me, a motion to suppress evidence slash omnibus motion is on record right now. Going to be my case. So I'm just so I'm letting people know that I don't care if you in the streets or not. And being so what I do as a street lawyer to stand up against the justice system by helping the people, assisting the people, I'm gonna always have this fear of the justice system because they fear. I don't fear nobody. They fear me because of what I do for the people and teach.
Mm-hmm.
So by me doing this, I'm gonna always have this problem. So I do federal lawsuits under discrimination against American Disability Act, racism, ethnicity throughout the whole country. Any kind of federal lawsuit. As long as you had the paperwork to show that they committed the wrong against you, I can assist you. But if you have no paperwork to show how they committed the wrong against you, I cannot assist you.
What
You
you
got,
said,
hmm?
have to have the paperwork.
Yeah, gotta have the paperwork to show that they committed the wrong against you for me to help you.
And I wanted to share that. It's your right.
Hmm.
It is your right to have any information, any paper trail that deals with yourself so that you can have the proper, not saying attorney, but the proper defense.
Advocacy.
Yes,
Advocacy.
advocacy. Yes, having the proper advocacy.
Hmm.
Because if you know that are unable to advocate for yourself,
Hmm.
let me tell you, you can find Quincy everywhere. Facebook, TikTok, the main two people,
Instagram. Yeah.
Instagram,
In the street.
Street,
Yeah.
hello, North Philly at that. If you really
Everywhere.
want
Pennsylvania,
to,
everywhere, Pennsylvania, counties, anywhere. Yeah.
and this is the person where I asked the right questions. Remember, I was like, Quincy. So knowing what the information that I do know. So are you able to advocate in a system that doesn't still live in the same state with you? Like myself, I live in Oregon. So are you advocate for me and I'm in Oregon?
Yes, I got show up. I got show up personally if need be, or and my thing is doing the paperwork. So my thing is that you can talk to them blue in the face, but if you don't they don't say it black and white on paperwork to show that what you're saying is relevant to any situation you're talking about, the beat whatever case, criminal or civil, then let's get it. You gotta head it. Like I said, my thing is that I beat them on paperwork. I can show up in the courthouse all day long, but if you don't have that on paperwork on record, that don't mean nothing.
Right, right. So with we knowing that they like to mental health is at an all-time high, mental behavior is at
Hmm.
an all-time high. Okay. Yeah, I changed it up this year for
Hmm.
people, even myself, because when you say health, people know mental health, they like to make all these where I live at, we got a lot of excuses because oh, you have this label that you labeled yourself, meaning you attached yourself to something.
Hmm.
With that word attachment, what does self-mastery mean to you?
Self mastery means to me is when you gotta you gotta do with your emotional side first, because emotional come before physical. Okay, so your emotional side not attacked, you cannot control your physical side. The more you have your emotional side intact, you can control your physical side on any type of level. But you got to understand you first before anything else, and be patient with yourself before anybody else.
So that same patience that we know we've been taught to exuberate. I don't have my clapper, so I can't be. Ding, 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 ding. He
Mhm.
said one. He said one of the words that deal with for self
Mhm.
patience,
Mhm.
patience, love, kindness, gentleness, meekness, self control. Anything that you think of, you supposed to give to self first. Do you feel like that is true?
Yes, got to, because before you understand yourself as being selfless, you gotta help the people as well as being selfless. So you gotta be selfless yourself first before you assist the people of being selfish.
Right. They are. We've been being selfish around here. It's
Right.
nothing wrong with you being selfless because it's okay not to be okay. It's
That's right.
okay to know that I need to cry. It's okay to, hey, can you go touch the tree with me? Like if I
That's
was
right.
probably touch the tree,
That's
probably
right.
grass. He already know of me. I didn't took my shoes off because I'm enjoying the best part of
You
nature.
yourself. That's right.
Best
That's
of
right. That's right.
looks
Hmm.
real good on you, man, over there, that greenery behind you right there. It does. It look real good. It
Yeah,
look
heavy.
like picnic
Yeah,
time.
yeah, heavy. Like that's what I do all day. Besides doing the streets, getting money, helping the people. But that's what I do throughout my day.
What life experience shaped your passion for the truth, justice, and advocacy that the position that you are in right now?
What shaped me was that being convicted for a crime I didn't commit. I did 15 years for um robbery and attempted rape charge on and being there was white people. That's another thing. You understand? So being there, and because I ain't no snitching. That's one reason why I did my time. Um, that would shape me into helping those out there that's been incarcerated illegally. That's what I'm out here doing what I'm doing, and not alone what I just did. This incarcerated a home invasion I didn't commit. What somebody saying I did. The person that made the statement got to quit it, and I got to quit it. So that's another thing. Like this is determination. Determination let the people know that the justice system is the justice system. But you got to understand when you're in the streets, you got to know how to destroy the justice system without without using the heart physically. Use your mind. That's what I'm teaching the people now.
Mm, I was just talking to somebody, but and we was talking about emotion and feeling. They're not the same,
Right.
right? And I like how you said that. Basically, it's getting out of the emotional part because it's okay to feel. I'm gonna say that again.
Hmm.
You're supposed to feel.
Hmm.
So it's okay to feel.
Right.
It's not okay to what you feel in act.
That's right.
Because you feel it, now you go actionable and do it. Now you're enacting what you feel. What conversations do you believe that we should start having um on the porch for with the brothers? Let's just say with the brothers, everybody, but because it's a brother up here, I'm using that. Like we have all these random conversations, I have to say it like it is, ass and diddy, but see
Mm-hmm.
all the community doing all this unnecessary stuff, steal, kill, and destroying each
Right.
other. It don't matter what community you went in and did what you did. If you went over
Right.
there in the burbs and did what you did, you destroying communities. Now these
Right.
people are be more cautious. Now they gonna have to put up more stuff. Now you over here in your neighborhood gonna be extra cautious because if you over there getting somebody, what you thinking you doing? That they like you thinking they ain't gonna come get you?
Right.
What conversations need to now be had sitting in the park, sitting at the table, sitting on the porch? We'd had enough nonsense to where we got to come up with new stuff to talk about.
Because my thing, we need to be talking about for like I tell every youngin or elder, if you in the streets, you in the streets or not in the streets. You understand? Because you could be not in the streets, you could be having a 9 to 5 job, not in the streets, and they come arrest you or detain you for something that's not even part of your character. So my thing is that law, we got listen, we got to know the law. We have to be embedded with the law. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be embedded with the law. Like me, I got children and grandchildren, so I know they on my top. So I teach I'm instilling my children, my grandchildren, especially my children, so they can teach their nieces and nephews what to do when it comes to this law. So if you get caught up, you walk down the street because of me, they on me because I'm the street lawyer. I stand against the justice system. You understand? So my daughter, I train her. This what it is. If the cops stop you, what's the probable cause? What's the probable cause? Why when somebody call, you can't arrest and detain me because somebody called. Somebody dropped the dime, you can't arrest and detain me. Somebody I'm in a high crime area, you cannot arrest and detain me. So we got to come back to the law of this country, so we be
Right.
successful.
But when I was telling somebody, I was like, you know what, that's so true because if you know the law, you go stay the law. If you
Right,
think the law is universal, the law of God, this is where you got to know that law, but know this right here.
right.
If you know this law, it allows me to have the advantage
To
in
stand.
a right, because you got to. A lot of people don't realize that just because your area that you are living in right now is all safe and all lollipops and everything, don't mean that the next person's, because now the law, these people are going to put pressure on me because of my brown skin, his brown skin, which is true. Let's stop being ignorant to what truth is.
Right,
Truth is, we are brown skin. We are different shades of melanin. And we walk out the door and everything about you is frightened, scared, vindictive, and all stuff because of my brown skin. No, it's because of the laws that your ancestors made and created.
right.
And then you thinking I'm going to abide by something that ain't even created for me. Let's get that one right there. The
That
law
part.
ain't created for you to live here.
Right,
The law is created to separate you and cause dysfunction.
right. That part. Yeah, that's real right. Yep.
That I like you said, you need to know the laws where you live at.
That's the
Not
first
so
and foremost.
but so you know what can happen to you.
Mm-hmm. And I believe that, and I believe because I stand against judges. I know cut judges out a couple days ago in the courtroom about a traffic stop. Doing insurance. I mean, not having insurance in my vehicle. That don't breach that don't breach the peace. That don't breach the peace. Not having insurance, not having a license plate on the vehicle, a registration on the vehicle does not breach the peace in Pennsylvania. Not along the other 3 Commonwealth states, Kentucky, Virginia, and Boston, Massachusetts. It does not breach the peace. Only thing, give me a ticket, let me go. I'll beat that ticket when I see you. Other than that, it does not breach the peace. So why would you get in my car, tasing me, all this extra nonsense? So this one teaching the people, especially in the Commonwealth states, not alone in the federal states at the same time, what they cannot do. That's where I stand.
How important is it to have So we got to go back to things where we grew up. How important is it in the now to go back to having a buddy system? Like, don't go out here by yourself now.
Now I'm gonna share something with you. I travel by myself or one other woman, with other with another person, right? Which is my driver. Okay. Other than that, I travel by myself, which I don't have a problem because I know the laws of what they cannot do, what they can
Right.
and cannot do. Okay.
So I
So,
don't
so
know. So is it good for me? So it's not healthy. Let me just say healthy. Okay.
right,
Because you are within yourself. If you don't want to be honest, you do be in yourself a little paranoid because you don't know what's up the block 10 blocks. I mean, you don't. Unless you're on the bus and the bus driver
right,
like, oh, got an accident up ahead. You know, the guy's telling you that and you either get off or you stay on.
right.
But that the roles that are being played in our society now, the responsibility of at least sharing, say, hey, I went here, or hey, I'm over here, you know, at least letting somebody know where you're at. We just had a young man gone.
Hmm.
All right, in that conversation, but a young man, Mr. Wells' life is no longer here. A young man is no longer here, right?
Hmm.
And in the laws, this is where I'm going back to, not knowing the laws.
Hmm.
And now we have a whole country over here just about kind of in an uproar. All of the South is in an uproar right now.
Because my thing is that, see, instead of us defending ourselves, we depend on other people to defend us. You understand me? Like Ben Crump, for example. Al Sharpton. Okay, I respect what they're doing, but like I said, they're not really helping the people because they benefiting off the people. Cause my thing is like this: when it comes to my services, you only pay for me to do the paperwork. Other than any money you get from the government or state, that's your money. I don't want none of your money. So this is how I'm for the people.
And see, that's what a lot of people really get. Because you hear us saying pain, the purpose, pain, the passion, you hear that. But do you not know I sit in my own VIP? And Quincy know what it means for me
Hmm.
because I talked to him. And he's like, I like that. You don't know what it is to go pop bottles in the club and look at the folks in the VIP or you be in the VIP and folks looking at you, right? Until you in your own value, virtuous integrity, identity, pain, and purpose seek, you will not understand why
Hmm.
somebody's so passionate about helping somebody else.
Hmm. Yeah.
Somebody else. The only thing you looking at is profit. See, let me tell you about profit. Profit can be a profit with money, a profit in standing in the church. And either which way, one is lying and profit lying and taking money from you, and the other one is just about you, about profit, you
Right.
about money.
Right.
I'm so grateful that you're here to express yourself and saying, hey, I'm not out here about your money. I know
Yeah.
that because I know what I gave him to help mom. Mom just was like, he don't
Yeah.
know. But
Right.
when you was on that paper, yourself is like, oh, only if I can push this. But when you was about purpose,
Hmm.
you go on with what your mama wants you to do. When I tell you the man was finna eat these people alive, for real, in their pocket, their bank account, and some more stuff, because fire extinguishers are for safe.
That's right.
Fire happened right now. The fire extinguisher is right here on the side of my door, but it's not one in the room. And a
Mm.
fire extinguisher, I make sure I have my cup. It's a small one for self. It's about this big. If you and I know that because you deal with CPR and life skills and all that type of stuff, you have to deal with fire and stuff like that. And they show you the different sizes. They show you how to use it, hold the hose, pull the pin, hold the hose, spray back and forth and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? I be a fire person over here going on. But that's what it looks like in a person's life. Take responsibility to just learn the laws. What's an easy way for a person to say right now, just so they can grasp and comprehend an understanding of laws? What's the easy way for them to go and learn the laws of their city and state? I know the library besides Google, but like learn that with somebody because you know there's a language to this.
The street lawyer. You talking about call a street lawyer? That's what you gotta do. Yeah, call a street lawyer. I'm not the second best teacher besides Google. I ain't lying. I'm dead serious. I'm like second best teacher besides Google when it comes to this law stuff. Because you gotta be specific on what you're talking about. You cannot be everything is general, so you gotta be specific. While you being specific, you can get laws and not knowing the correct statutes and laws that you need to respond to beat any situation, either criminal or civil.
Mhm.
Like I said, I'm throughout the whole country. What I do, not just here, Pennsylvania. I do everything throughout the whole country.
Just had a guy who I might be the same one or a different one that happened to share a piece of him just real quick was like, hey, been fighting something for like 8 years or so, 4 or 5, yeah, about 4 or 5, 6 years, you know. And I just wanted to talk about like the factor of how his healing journey, even though you ain't there the whole time, but how that man's journey from the beginning to say now with you right now. You know, how is his healing journey, his mental play right now? Knowing that before he's over here thinking he about to do a whole bid, and now he know I can sit back and breathe.
That journey, huh?
Not like you're not just I'm not just helping you out of a system. I'm helping you back to yourself.
Right to your families, like man. I listen. Only those who I helped and assisted right now to this damn time since 2021 on these streets. What I do for the people, only they can tell you how I can make them how I made them feel with regards to beating their criminal case or civil case, getting foreclosures off their properties, red light camera tickets, parking tickets. Like only they can tell you how, because parking tickets in my city is crazy. Not only Easy Pass, eviction court, child support, L9 fractions. That's all crazy in my city. License to carry, if you're a felon or not, I can help you get your license to carry. Either you're a felon or not. Come on, man. You know, that's real heavy in my city. Um, and not along other cities, but only the people could let you know how they feel of how I assisted them. I can't speak for them per se, but um, definitely, definitely they can do nothing but salute me. That's all I can say. Either with criminal or civil, because ain't nobody doing what I'm doing in my city, not alone throughout the whole country, without a degree. That part, without a degree. So that's another thing I'm showing the people that you don't need a degree to get
Hey,
yourself
running
out of the situation.
same way you first got that. So we saying that again. Nothing wrong with anybody going to college or university if that's what you want to do to go sit in an institution.
Hmm.
Nothing, but it is an institution. Go look at the books, look at the writing, the word in there, institute. We miss that a little bit. When I say that is because why would I want to say, kid, take yourself to a whole nother institution that you just got out of?
That's like prison. That's just like going to college is like prison. And I've been in two colleges. By me on the street, I've been in two colleges, and guess what? I'm too busy. That's why I ain't got no degree. But I don't need a degree. That's what I'm teaching people that you don't have to have a law degree to get money to take care of your family. As long as you know how to assist the people the right way, and you show them hands on what you're doing, you're gonna win. That's different with me. Like when I come from the streets, all type of ways in the streets, selling drugs, guns, robbery, kidnapping. I come through all that. So by me showing people on hand what I do, that's how you go ahead and get money. You can't give a person, you can't tell a person something without showing them something on hand. Other than that, you're not gonna get no money. You're gonna be broke. Because that right there shows who you are as a person. That your word is good of what anything you're doing in the streets. You
Right.
know, other than that, you're not going to get no money. You got to be hands on. Damn, he got two of them. Look at this. Look at that. He got two of them. Look at the other one right here. He got two. Look, that's the other one right here. Look,
Oh, they're like, leave me alone. I am
pretty. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I
yeah,
see you. Yeah, I see. Pretty.
What is your go-to for say, yo, I gotta give myself balance. Besides the nature that we see right there right now,
Mhm.
what's your go-to for you to get back to I'm peaceful. The birds over there are so vibrational right now. It is like sometimes when I get quiet, like, oh, all I want to do is sit
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Um, and so what do you do to get you back to balance?
Shut. Rest. Rest. And talking to someone that's on the same level playing as me because I can always be taught. Okay? I can always be taught. I'm the street lawyer. I'm not no doctor, no nurse. I'm the street lawyer. You understand? So I can always be taught. I can always be taught. So the rest and being taught the right thing is when we get back on balance. What balance me out.
Okay,
The assistant.
rest. I like you that one. You know why? Because that's something that a lot of people think that if I rest, I ain't gonna lie. I used to think, and no, I told you that if I'm resting, I think I'm doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Teachers used to be on the go. Move, 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 move,
Yeah.
move, move. Uh, you're only supposed to get this many hours of sleep. You're only supposed to do this. You're only supposed to do this. So, in the words of my mama, that Quincy likes, how she says it, it's my constitutional right to do
Right.
what I want to, I don't want to do.
That's
Is
right.
that
That's right. Especially being a boss. Especially being a boss. No doubt. Especially becoming being a boss. Boss woman or boss man. Don't matter. Respectfully.
correct?
Respectfully. Hmm.
Okay. This question is because of things that deal with stereotypes. Okay. So, what would happen? This is hypothetical. If we as a people chose understanding before we chose judgment. Did he freeze? Did he freeze on us, you guys? I think he did. Hold on. Hold on. Remove so he can come back, you guys. But the question is, what would happen if you chose understanding before judgment? Now, before we answer, let's think about judgment real quick, okay? You know, the person going down the street that we see and we are not giving a compliment to, that we are in our thoughts saying something about judgment. Um, when we see somebody and we make a judgment call before we whatever, and somebody is saying, "Oh, that's assuming," same thing. You assumed this right here, and then you thought it some more. Judgment. Judgment is the opposite of compliments. Judgment is the opposite of getting to know. Judgment is just that. You have made your own opinion about something. So there is no understanding because understanding is going to be where you're going to get to know yourself more. You're going to get to grow with you and the other person. I'm going to be interested and I'm curious a little bit. When's the last time you take a little curious about somebody else or yourself? And today, yes, we do have the street lawyer from Philly in the house, Mr. Quincy Berry. And of course, apparently he's in the park and the phone might have died because, like you said before, my phone don't be on the charger. So, three things, which are what are three truths about yourself that can help strengthen your confidence? So, those are three about you. So, for me, three truths about me that can help strengthen confidence. Okay. One is I'm not a really morning person, but I do get up in the morning. Okay. I know it's already morning. I can lay there and lay there. How does that help strengthen me or you? I took the notion to stop complaining about it and being in myself where I was just saying that I'm thinking I'm doing something wrong. You're not doing nothing wrong. What happens is your body automatically and self and all of you is having this moment to relax. In that relaxed time, I'm realizing that I can breathe deeply. That's how you're going to get out of situation A. Okay? Situation A is so that you can breathe. So when we're in situations, breathe. Breathing helps the thought patterns to be just one so that you have a clear consciousness now. Now I'm having strength because now from the soul of me and my dome up here is now together and in alignment, which is now while I'm breathing, it's giving me the correct way of my character that needs to be doing what I need to do. So I can move and mess up my own character because I choose to, I'll do all that real quick too sometimes, right? See, honesty is the other strength behind that truth right there, as me being honest with you, which is allowing more room for growth. And the more that we have more room for growth, which allows you to see you. So those are my three truths. The truth, the honesty, and most definitely me seeing myself in all of that allows me to grow with myself more, discipline myself more, and allow me to be better for me, which means I'm not just giving you just a part of me. I can give you me in the sense of it's healthy, it's whole, it's bringing a healness to the environment along which we're hearing each other. So now we're comprehending, and now we're not judging, and now we're understanding, and now we're getting to know each other, which is getting to know the inner self and the being that's outside of you. See, and that's how we're going to deal with these laws in your own city. What you're going to do is in your own city that you're in, you have to look up the state ordinances and restrictions, all of those type of things. And these words are where I'm trying to remember. Oh, jurisdiction was the other one. Restrictions, jurisdictions, ordinances, policies, all of those type of words go with dealing with you looking up why. You're going to look up the laws for you so that you can see not what you can and cannot do, but why you feel like you could be being attacked, or why you feel like why this is going the way that it is, or why you doing what you're doing. Because a lot of people are out here and they are just programmed. They are just a textbook right here and no real human being anatomy, no real empathy, and no real compassion, no real knowledge of understanding that you're a person like I'm a person. So you guys get up on your laws. Whatever you got to do. Google, reach out to me. I'll reach out to Quincy. Y'all can exchange numbers so that you can get the information. Quincy is on Facebook. Quincy is on Instagram. He's on TikTok also. And no, his name is not the street lawyer across everything. It is Quincy Berry. Doesn't hide himself at all. He is here for us so that we can learn, so that we're not caught up in these situations and we're stressing. Today is a Superstar Saturday. Stress, maybe no, we don't do that. We look good, too good to be stressing. What we're going to do is we're going to learn this stuff, okay? Whatever city and state that you're in, learn the laws. The simple laws, the simple stuff that we actually go through, that you go through and where you're at. Learn those and then go from there and learn that lingo and language so that you can talk to these people and understanding language that they only understand, because they don't understand basic stuff or the language that you're speaking to them. So you're going to have to speak to them in a language that they understand so that they can stop harassing you. They can stop nitpicking and stuff like that. And then get with Quincy so that you can have somebody and have a support system and an advocacy. So with that being said, you guys, I want you to have a Superstar Saturday. We are out, and me and Quincy will come back. Apparently he's outside. His phone probably died. I want you to know that you matter. You're valued, you're appreciated, you're honored, respected, and I love you on purpose. You guys go out there and be great intentionally, period. Light don't need permission to just shine. It just does. Say yes to you. And if you ever want to reach out and be a guest on the show, reach out to me in messages. I'm on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram myself also, or you can just reach out right here and I will get the message. Thank you guys for being great. Thank you for being here. Most importantly, thank you for you. Peace, love, and soul. We out.